Welcome to all the mini enthusiasts, classic car enthusiasts. Okay, so this is, I'm going to call this part 2, the side opening mini boot part 2. These are the ones that I tried to mock it up, because the problem with these things is it's very hard to get the angles right and everything. And you can see from these, I had to cut them slightly. I had to move them around a bit, so I couldn't use the actual mini ones. There were old ones, and the studs were broken on them anyway. So I took the whole thing off, and I went down to get some metal to get some tubing for this original one. And there was a car. It's a local scrap dealer. Actually, they're a neighbour of ours, called Ison. And I went down there, and there was an Audi A4. And it had hinges on it, it had boot hinges on it that came up the way, and they had little rams on it. And Martin Butler from Resto Restore mentioned on the YouTube comment yesterday, you know, maybe the ram would help. So I thought, well, why not? And the guy said, just take them. That's no problem. It's anyway. So I got them, and I fitted them on the car. Took these off, fitted them on the car. With the 2 rams, this thing opens so quickly it would take your hand off. So I've only got 1 ram on it, and I'll just keep the other one spare. So I'll show you how it works. Again, there's still a little bit of fine adjustment. The boot floor is not quite strong enough on the Mini to take the poles I have on it. I'll show you now. So what I'll have to do is I'll put some gussets on it and beef it up, and then it'll all sit properly. So I'll show you how it works. So drum roll. Dun, da, 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 da. So you open it, and it opens on its own. How about that? Unfortunately, the ram does come right back, so the door opens completely left and right. But obviously, just with 1 ram, it won't open completely. With 2, it opens right the way back. The only downside with it is the hinges are very long because they were on a boot, and because the hinge folds inside, I couldn't go right up to the edge. So I'll show you what I'm talking about now. So you can see here. Again, I've just kind of fabricated it up. I mean, obviously I'll weld all the way around there. It would have been better if I could have bolted it on, but with a double skin, it's near impossible to do, so I have to unbolt them through here. So I put these extensions legs in. You can see that's a little bit bent there. And there's the top ones up there. So they're a little bit thin, the metal in the Mini, so I will have to kind of strengthen them up a bit. But it shuts really nice. And the reason that I had to put them there, obviously there'll be a board in here. I'll put a metal casing around it, so that'll cover that, because obviously when this is open, it'll be up to about here somewhere, so it shouldn't be too bad. I can still get stuff in. But when I close it now, you see what I'm talking about. You see how that one there slides out to the edge, and obviously by the time it's hard for me to do because I'm holding on to the bonnet, but you can see I had to do it right out to the edge. And and again here you can see it. So I had to go as I close it. You can see. Yeah, you can see I had to go that far along here to make it work on the corner, because, oh, sorry about that, because obviously as it shuts, it's going to come down, but I'm quite impressed with it. It works quite well. So as I say, it opens fully, and yeah, plenty of access to it. So I've been looking on YouTube, and I can't find anybody else who's done one of these on the side, so maybe for a reason, because it's took a lot of messing around. But anyway, first scrap car I took it off, and it seemed to work. There probably is others that are better, but that's what it's off. It's off an Audi A4 boot. It's the boot hinges. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. I think it, you know, it shuts nice. I still got to do some work on it to get it absolutely spot on, and I got one of the hinges on. Oh, by the way, with the hinges, I wasn't sure about these, but they are left and right-handed. They're biased to one side when you open them. You can see that there, where the angle is. So they're a bit biased to one side, so you have to be careful you put them on the right side. yeah, so that's it really. So if you're interested in doing it, it's an Audi A4 boot hinges, and there's plenty of them scrap lying around, so I'll just give you another flash demo. Are you ready? So I mean, you can control it better, but I think that works quite nice. So I'll beef it all up now, but as I say, what I'll do is I'm going to put some gussets in here on this one. You can see where I've had to drill a couple of different holes because they weren't lined up right. So I'll fill all that in, and as I say, put some triangular gussets down there which will hold it nice and steady. But yeah, it seems to work. And then what I'll do here, you can see it's not even attached properly. I'll put a fillet in there, across there, and one on the bottom, so it's absolutely solid. So that's it. Yeah, so I'm afraid the old mini idea, the mini hinges just won't work. It's not strong enough, and they don't sit right. But it was just a way of trying them out and see how well they went. Anyway, thanks for watching in. Catch you tomorrow. I've got some bits and pieces to do. And for the XK guys, on Monday my car comes back on the jig, the new jig that we made, so I can start work on that. And the box of spares that we've got for both cars are coming, so we can do that as well. So anyway, take care, have a good weekend, and bye for now. Bye.